Hello, everyone. This is your weekly reading. We are going to talk all about what's going on in the cosmos, in the current energy, in the astrology, what you need to know about it so that you can hack this week, so you can make the most of this week, and also to help you to understand the things that you have going on in your world. I know we all have a lot going on, and to make sense of all of the things that you're feeling. This is the tool for you so that you can know exactly how to navigate this week so that you can master the week. So we are going to dive into the messages that I've connected with, to the things that I'm feeling in the energy, and then we are going to finish it all off with a tarot reading and build upon the messages. So let me know if you're watching, say hello, make sure that you like, comment, heart, all the things. All of it is really, really helpful, and you guys have been amazing with that. So thank you so much. My views have been up. I really appreciate it. So keep watching, keep liking, keep participating, all of that. It's really, really helpful for the channel. So, wow. I was talking last week about how we were moving out of Saturn retrograde. We also have officially moved out of Mercury retrograde as of the 29th, I believe. All right. It's amazing how quickly you can put that behind you, right? I wanted to put it behind me. And so we've moved out of that. And so we now find ourselves in this place of having to put together the pieces, right? A lot of things have maybe fallen apart. A lot of information has come forward. A lot of clarity, a lot of understanding has begun. And if you're not feeling connected with your clarity just yet, let it come. It'll come. It is coming. It is happening. And it'll come in the way that it is meant to. But I would really challenge anyone who says that they don't have a better understanding of themselves, what they want, what they deserve, whatever that is, a better understanding of something about ourselves or our lives than you did a month ago. This has been so powerful. So I want you to just kind of reflect back and look at how far you've come and what you've learned and what you now understand to be true, because this information is so powerful. I've been talking about how we are closing out with 2025, a 9-year numerology, which is all about closing cycles out, closing things out, endings, and allowing ourselves to, as we step into 2026, enter into something that is a new beginning, right? Whether it's a new beginning with something that's already begun or brand new beginnings. I think we're closing a lot of doors right now. I think we're tying up a lot of loose strings. We're just taking care of things. We're putting the pieces together. We're picking up the pieces. Maybe some people have had some pretty significant tower moments where it feels like things are falling apart. I know I have. But we can reflect back and we can see what we've learned, what we now understand. And maybe you don't believe it yet. It's taken me a little bit to get there, but I am getting there, where it's starting to go, okay, like this is happening for me. This was happening for my highest and best good, or to help me to see what it is that I need to see. Because I feel like there have been, and there will be over the course of this week, these moments of truth that will be undeniable, things that will be in your face. I've already had an experience with that was, quite frankly, crushing, like very difficult, but it was a slap in the face. It was in my face. It was there. And so now I know. Now I have the understanding of what it is that I was actually asking God for clarity on. And I got it. And I think like we're having a lot of those moments. So if you don't have your clarity, ask God to bring you clarity, but know that it might slap you in the face. It might not be what you want to see. It might not be the answer that you wanted. But I've been saying for a little while now, that doesn't mean that it's not happening for you. It's part of the bigger picture here. And so we have to let ourselves, as best we can, go with the flow and to navigate all of this, because now that we're slowly starting to move out of these retrogrades, we took out 2 of those retrogrades last week, and 2 tough retrogrades. Now the energy can move forward. And now we can move forward with the information that we have. And we might not quite know why this information has surfaced, or why this truth has surfaced, or why we see things from a new perspective. But our job right now is to move from that place. So when you have the clarity, to take action on it in some way, because now the energy is moving forward. So now we can be taking more action. And I've been saying, like, don't move, don't take a step, don't take an action until you have that clarity right now. But I think that we're getting it if we are asking for that. So let me know, are you guys having these moments of truth, this clarity? Has that come in for you yet? How are you feeling about it? How are you doing with it? Last week was pretty brutal for me. But this is what I will say. These kind of truths that are coming forward, this kind of clarity that is happening for us right now, and it doesn't have to be something that happens. It can just be an idea, a thought that comes into your mind, and you're like, oh, I see it now. I was having a conversation with Davey, who's at the office with me and who I do videos with sometimes. And he said some things to me today that like just clicked, and they were exactly what I needed to hear. Because these things are happening. So it might come up in conversation, it might just be a thought, whatever that is, but this is about coming home to ourselves. This is about understanding ourselves and our path and what's best for us with complete clarity. And so there may be some things that break your heart but fix your vision, right? There may be some things that you have to do, the actions that you feel compelled to take that you know will be hard for you, but you also on a soul level know are best for you. And like, as I'm leaning into this truth, I was saying last week how the things that I've been navigating, I felt like I had disconnected from my sparkle. And I was saying that we're going to be in December reconnecting with that sparkle. And I'm starting to feel it again. I'm starting to feel reconnected with that. It's like we're getting our groove back in a way, so there's the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off, right? And then it's like, okay, but like now I know. Now I have a sense of that, and I have clarity where I think like a lot that has been going on has led to these illusions that we are buying into. Sometimes like we want to hang on to those illusions because it's what we want or what we want to be true. But I think that a lot of these illusions are shattering now. And if you did your retrograde work, if you took time and space in your own energy and you connected with yourself and you listened and you worked through the emotion as it came up, and you've been really focusing on yourself and what you need to connect with, I think you're going to find yourself in a really good place this week. Because I think the dots are connecting. I think that things are starting to make sense, or it's just giving us what we need to have the strength to move forward, to let go, right? Sometimes like we have to get pissed off enough to let go, or we have to be disrespected enough to let go. And sometimes like that's like a driving force, and that's okay. So let it show you who respects you, who doesn't, where your boundaries are, right? Maybe you've identified some important boundaries that you need to set through this, what you want. Let it show you, like who you can trust, who you can't, all of that stuff. So all of that coming to the surface and giving us exactly what we need to close out the year. Because to me, this is like allowing us to end 2025 remembering who the fuck we are without that being influenced by what other people want from us or need. It's like there's a coming home to ourselves. And I said in my monthly reading in my membership that a big theme for December is a focus on self. It's a focus on you. It's a focus on taking care of you, because yes, we're moving out of retrogrades, but also it's a slow awakening. It is like a Sunday morning awakening where you're just taking a little bit more time in bed and you're moving slowly, and like there's nothing that needs to be rushed here. So let things come as they come and take action where you need to take action. Some of you might be feeling, as we're working on this stuff, you want to declutter some things. You want to focus on detachment. Detachment is a really good area of focus for you right now. How do you make detachment an area of focus? I don't know. I think it's that choice and just saying, you know what? I choose to let this go. I choose to release this. I choose to refocus my energy on something that is actually serving me. And if you need help with detachment, I have a whole masterclass for that in my membership, claritybychristy.com. You can check that out. I have the links down below. But detachment is a really good thing, or decluttering, and it might be decluttering of your home. It might be decluttering of your phone. It might be decluttering of, I don't know, like your thoughts, right? Like maybe you recognize, oh, geez, I've allowed a lot to live rent-free in my head for far too long, and I am done. So whatever that looks like, honoring that and listening to those prompts that you're feeling to take action in some way, or to whatever it is that you're feeling called to do. I also, when I was connecting with this energy, heard that we are not going to be found where we were left, meaning that there may be doors closing, there may be shifts happening, and there may be people who are not doing their work and not moving through this that will expect that we are going to still show up as the same version of ourselves on the other side of this. But the thing is, like, if you're really using this energy, it's making you better. It's shaping you into something better. It's teaching you about yourself. Like, we had to listen to some really hard things about ourselves, or go within and reflect and look at some really hard things about ourselves over the past month or so, or about our lives, or about circumstances, or whatever, right? Like, we've had to do the work. And because we have done that work and will continue to do this work, we're not going to be the same version of ourselves even next week. Like, you're not going to find me in the same place that you left me, is the energy. And I think that that's incredibly powerful. I think it's a really beautiful thing. And so let this shape you. Let this ignite something within you. We are in Sagittarius season now, right? Let it ignite something within you. That's a fire sign. That's powerful. And that's all about you, because again, I think that you need to be the focus without being, of course, we have to be moms, dads, employees, employers, whatever, right? But where you can make yourself more of the focus. I think that that's really important right now. And it's creating this growth and this elevation that is happening if you're using the energy. So let me know, do you feel like you've changed a lot? Do you feel like a lot has shifted? Do you feel like you have a better sense of what you want, or what you deserve, or whatever that looks like? Let me know what has shifted for you over the course of the past month or so. I also want you to keep in mind that we have the full moon coming up on the 4th. So I believe that's Thursday. And this full moon is like a chance to close things out, to wrap up the year. So anything that you're ready to release, I would let go. I would do something intentionally, whether you're just saying, I hand this up, I let go of this, I release this, whether you are writing it down. I now release from my life, blah, 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 and you make your list. But this is a really good time. It's going to be a full moon in Gemini. And it's a really good time to release and let go, but also it's a really good time to connect with clarity. We're already in the full moon energy, but you may find that you're just like that clarity is hitting and hitting and hitting, and it's starting to make sense. I can't promise it'll all make sense, but I think it'll start to make sense. And I think that it will start to connect with you and resonate with you. So use the full moon. And if you want some ideas for a full moon ritual, I have a guide for that up in my membership. I have so much stuff in my membership. It's crazy. It's like 4 years plus worth of tool. It might even be 5 years. I don't even remember when I started it, but there's a lot in there. So keep that in mind, and in case that you're interested in that. But use this full moon to let go. Maybe you want to let go of a version of yourself that you were showing up as that isn't that authentic version of yourself. I also think this is a really beautiful time to connect with that let them theory, right? Mel Robbins, let them do what they want to do. You do what you want to do, and you focus on all of that. So letting yourself surrender, letting yourself focus on what's within your power, what's within your control, which is you. So let's pull some cards and see what they have to say. I will go through and then I will talk about the meanings of it. So King of Wands, upright. 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Swords, a slow wake up. Definitely a slow wake up. 10 of Cups, lots of happiness. 5 of Wands in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. We're coming out slowly but surely. We're waking up. Okay, so the King of Wands is about action. It may be someone in your world, like a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but it doesn't have to be. It might be somebody outside of you who is like inspiring you in some way. And they might be inspiring you through encouragement or through showing up in the right way, or they may be inspiring you by showing up in the wrong way and showing you what you don't deserve or what you don't want or whatever that is, right? And this can also be yourself. This can be you when you have that clarity, taking action on things and having the confidence and the strength and the fire and the passion to head in the direction of what really lights you up. I think this energy is helping us to see what really lights us up, what really is important to us, and leaning into that. So you might have these light bulb moments that just inspire you to take an action right away. And so listen to that. 3 of Pentacles. We might be collaborating this week. This is certainly suggesting that we are open to that we're open to working with other people, that we're open to teaming up in some way, or maybe we're thinking about for 2026 the kind of collaborations that we want to have in our life. But certainly I think that we're thinking about the kind of people that we want to surround ourselves with, and maybe even this does feel like preparation for the new year. So like what kind of work we want to be doing, what we want that to look like, and who we want to be doing it with, whether it's for work, whether it's for life. So definitely be open to working together with other people. The next card is the 4 of Swords. So this is us slowly waking up, right? So we're still in a reflective time. This is still in a time to give a little extra attention to meditation and self-care. Again, this is all about you. Make sure that you make yourself the priority. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you here. So it's all about you. Let it be all about you, okay? And let yourself slowly wake up. This isn't about forcing or pushing, or it's not even like a rush into anything. It's just like taking action when we have the clarity. And until then, laying low and taking our time to slowly wake up out of this energy. The 10 of Cups is here to remind us that this is all happening for us, right? Like this is about moving things around to create best case scenario, best life circumstances that are truly going to make us happy. I think sometimes we think we know what will make us happy, and energy like this comes in and it says, maybe not. Maybe there are things that you aren't seeing that God does see. Maybe there are conversations that God hears that you're not hearing, but things are being moved around for you to set you up for a best case scenario. And I love that. 5 of Wands. Because what we want right now as we're closing out this year, 4 of Swords, 5 of Wands in reverse, is peace. If it costs you your peace, is too expensive, right? Like, it's just no longer worth the investment. So paying attention to that, right? I think it's like, we don't want drama. Our systems have had enough. Like, there's a lot, like, you just don't need extra that is contributing in your life in a way that is not helpful. And by the way, how much of the extra are you contributing to through the choices that you're making, through the choices that you're making with your thoughts and your thinking, the choices, the thoughts that you're entertaining, the things that you're avoiding looking at, thinking about, taking action on? So I think it's a call to just be mindful of all of that. And then we have the Hermit card showing up in reverse. Like, it's time. We've connected with our light. We've connected with our clarity, or we will be. And we're slowly coming out of this hermit, reflective, going within energy. And when the hermit comes out of that, he has found, see how he's got that little lantern there, the star? He's found his healing. He's found his North Star that's going to guide him, his understanding, his truth, his knowing. And so there's a lot of truth. There's a lot of knowing. There's a lot of knowing what you need to understand, or at least having some sense of that. Again, I can't promise that you'll have all of the clarity, but I do think that you're going to have some, and it's enough to move your feet forward. It's enough to help you to let go of some things, or to release your attachment to some things, or to hand it up to God, to the universe, whatever that is for you. There's a lot of opportunities here in this energy. And I think we're going to find that things are just kind of developing for us now, especially if we have been doing the work, following the things that we've been called to do over the course of the past month, and letting ourselves go within, doing that shadow work. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. And make sure you say hello. Make sure you like this video, share this video, comment, whatever you feel called to do. It all helps for these to get to the right people who need to hear these messages. I love you all, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care.